So, these two are dominating my channel right now. What do I do next? Fine. The year was 1977, but also 1978. Our story starts with a fella by the name of Jim Jamiro. The Walt Disney Company was developing Epcot Center at Walt Disney World. Because of it, Jim had the idea of a cable television network that exclusively aired Disney content. Unfortunately, the idea was rejected by Card Walker, the Disney chairman. Instead, he decided to let HBO air Disney films. But then, in 1981, Disney revived Jim's idea of a Disney-themed TV channel. They got help from Group W. Oh, never mind. And then, on April 18th, 1983, the Disney Channel was born! The channel began with a show called Good Morning Mickey. Other launch shows included these. The Disney Channel's first president was Alan Wagner. What made the Disney Channel extra spiffy was the fact that it was a premium channel, which meant no commercial breaks, but it also meant that you needed to pay a subscription fee to watch it. In the first year alone, the Disney Channel had more than 532,000 subscribers. It's 1984, and oh, guess what? Alan Wagner's already gone. Who's his replacement, you ask? No one! The Disney Channel would go completely presidentless for the next 12 years. In 1986, Kids Incorporated premiered. It was a musical sitcom that ran for 10 years. In fact, it was one of the Disney Channel's first sitcoms ever. Initially, the Disney Channel would only broadcast from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. But after 3 years, they gave that up. So, on December 1st, 1986, they went full-on 24/7! Now it's 1988, and here comes another teen sitcom. This show is called Good Morning Miss Bliss. It starred Hayley Mills. She was known for The Parent Trap. But Miss Bliss didn't last very long, because after only a single 13-episode season, NBC snatched it. And under NBC's possession, the show was turned into Saved by the Bell. The Mickey Mouse Club sure was a popular show back in the 50s. But it wasn't until 1989 that the Disney Channel just started airing it. Except this time it was a revival, complete with a new set of Mouseketeers. And now the channel has 5 million subscribers all over America. Around this time, Disney launches 2 new anthology series, Lunchbox and Music Box. Even though they were different, they were pretty much the same exact thing. Lunch and Music Box aired several video-only series. Among them was the first cable airing of Barney the Dinosaur. Yes, that's right. Barney aired on Disney Channel at one point. Fine, you get on my channel. Yay! But you're still not a Disney character. Dang it. Guess what? Now it's 1990, and we start off with some surprising news. The Disney Channel went from being premium to only hybrid premium. Montgomery, Alabama, and 8 other American towns agreed to make the Disney Channel a basic cable network. Even Cox Communications and Marcus Cable began offering the Disney Channel. Bad news, the channel's been losing a lot of subscribers lately. Ooh. Most people are canceling their subscriptions for a valid reason. We don't have any kids. According to the NMR, roughly 33% of the channel's subscribers were adults with no children. And this was the early 90s, so Disney adults weren't really a thing yet. A new show has arrived. It's called Adventures in Wonderland. It's basically Alice in Wonderland, but if it were a live-action series. We also got Disney's Young Musicians Symphony Orchestra in September. Okay, this wasn't a proper show, it was actually a series of specials. In 1993, the Disney Channel celebrated its 10th anniversary. Doo-doo-doo! How did they celebrate, you ask? With a bus tour. Now it's 1995, and the channel now has 15 million subscribers. And now there's a Disney feed in Taiwan. And they finally have a president. Say hello to Anne Sweeney. She's been an executive at the channel for a while, so she was a perfect fit. But then, on April 6th, 1997, everything changed. The Disney Channel fully transitioned to a basic cable channel, so no more subscriptions or paying for the channel or anything of the sort, and say hello to commercials. Oh, and the name changed. The channel dropped the from the name, just becoming Disney Channel. Along with the change, Disney Channel added a weekday morning preschool block, except it didn't have a unique name yet. They also added a teen block called Zoog Disney, and a third block called Vault Disney, which showed old stuff. Vault Disney would usually broadcast late at night, from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. to be precise. Disney Channel also started making original movies. The first was called Under Wraps. Now it's time for Disney Channel to invade other channels. Actually, only one other channel. ABC had begun airing animated shows owned by Disney in a block called One Saturday Morning. Some of the block's most notable shows include Recess and Pepper Ann, but also a show snatched from Nickelodeon, since in 1996 Disney stole Doug from Nick and made new episodes for One Saturday Morning. Throughout the 90s, Disney had produced several animated shows under a company called Disney Television Animation. They included these. In 1998, Disney launched a separate channel for these shows called Toon Disney. Even the One Saturday Morning shows got in on the action. Disney Channel had really been put on the map by now. So in 1999, Disney told the folks who were still paying for the channel as if it were premium to cut it out. They told them to start treating them like a regular cable network, otherwise they would lose the network altogether. Hey, remember Disney's nameless preschool block? It finally has a name now! Disney recently started calling it Playhouse Disney. If there's one thing Disney Channel loves, it's music. They've been airing music videos during commercial breaks from time to time, but they've really started to expand the music video selections by featuring songs from original movies and Radio Disney. Don't worry, we'll mention Radio Disney again later. By 2001, Disney Channel had already reached 70 million households. That is 55 million more than only 6 years ago. For a while, Disney Channel had made its own sitcoms. These two are their most recent. However, despite airing a huge pile of animated shows, Disney just acquired them from ABC. But now, it was finally time for Disney Channel to actually produce an animated show themselves. So on September 15th, 2001, The Proud Family premiered, thus marking Disney Channel's first animated original. Now it's 2002, and Disney Channel decides it's time for a new look. Okay, what if I cram it in the corner? Is that more recognizable? Not only that, but Playhouse Disney also gets an upgrade. Toon Disney might need another minute to think about it. Okay, new look, new generation of shows. Sadly, Zoog Disney and Vault Disney are both gone now. And One Saturday Morning got renamed ABC Kids. But who needs them anyway? We still got Toon Disney. And the first annual Radio Disney Music Awards is held. See, I told you we'd mention it again. Now, the channel has reached 80 million households. So yeah, a lot of people are watching Disney Channel now. It was starting to reach the popularity of its two main competitors. No more boring old vintage chap, Disney Channel was hip now! And to top it all off, those iconic glow-on bumpers started popping up. You know the ones. Great news! Disney Channel is now 20 years old. And to celebrate, they make the very first made-for-TV movie to be a musical. That movie? The Cheetah Girls. Which was actually based on a novel by Deborah Gregory. Hey, see this show right here? Yeah, well, it's about to break some barriers. Back then, Disney Channel had a rule where their shows could only have 65 episodes. However, That's So Raven was so popular that it ended up having 100 episodes. When this rule was eventually lifted, Kim Possible got renewed for a 4th season. The other barrier That's So Raven broke was it was also the first Disney Channel show to receive a spin-off. Everybody's favorite anime, Cory in the House, which would come out in 2007. Toon Disney has finally upgraded their logo to match Disney Channel and Playhouse Disney. They also have a new block called Jetix, which played action shows. However, Anne Sweeney has left Disney Channel after 8 years. Her replacement is Rich Ross. By now, Disney Channel was doing pretty well with new hit shows like these. They were the first to be produced by It's a Laugh Productions, which would go on to create basically every Disney sitcom. And in January 2006, Disney Channel debuted its most popular original movie, High School Musical. High School Musical would go on to be a staple in Disney Channel's tween marketing. Knock knock, it's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Debuting on May 5th, 2006, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse became the most popular show for the Playhouse Disney block. Meanwhile, over in the UK and Ireland, Disney's Cinemagic is born. This was the channel that played Disney and Pixar movies 24/7. By 2007, Disney Channel's acquired programming was starting to phase out. Disney Channel also starting putting less emphasis on their animated shows. It's a bird! It's a plane! It's Phineas and Ferb making its debut in August 2007. But nobody cares because High School Musical 2 had just premiered and it became the highest viewed Disney Channel movie in history. And it still holds the record today. Oh look, here comes the new show. This show would eventually beat That's So Raven as Disney Channel's longest running series. Guess what? Now the shows are in HD. And it was all thanks to Phineas and Ferb, since it was Disney Channel's first HD show. In 2008, another musical movie premiered. This movie is called Camp Rock. Hey, wait a minute, this kind of reminds me of another movie, only the setting is different. And since this movie boosted the popularity of both Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers, Disney Channel decided to capitalize off that success by making 2 new shows for them. Sadly, after 11 years, Toon Disney was finally gone. But in February 2009, its channel slot was taken by Disney XD. XD's first original series was called Zeke and Luther. However, there was a rising problem. Disney Channel has become flooded with live-action tween content. Aside from Phineas and Ferb, the channel was completely void of animation. And worst of all, there was no Mickey Mouse in sight. So, in order to add Mickey Mouse back to Disney Channel, a new short series debuted. These were shortened classic Mickey cartoons that were redubbed by the current voice actors. Also, goodbye, Rich Ross. It's a new decade, the 2010s to be exact, and Disney Channel has a new look. Not only that, but they premiere a new sitcom that the whole family can enjoy. Trying to bring back the 20th century sitcoms, are we? Now Canada is making their own Disney Channel movies. They made 2, actually. On November 19th, 2010, Disney Channel began offering a Spanish feed for their channel. This was carried as Separate Audio Program, or SAP for short. Now it's Valentine's Day 2011 and what? Playhouse Disney is evolving! Congratulations! Playhouse Disney has evolved into Disney Junior. And as another bonus, Disney Junior is given its own 24/7 channel to replace SoapNet. Meanwhile, Disney Channel's been getting tons of new shows lately. Because of the new lineup, Disney Channel's old shows weren't needed anymore. And hello, Gary Marsh! Oh, and Phineas and Ferb got a movie as well. Now it's 2012, and Disney Channel just did the unthinkable. They finally managed to end Nickelodeon's 17-year reign as the highest-rated cable network in America. On June 29th, 2012, Gravity Falls premiered. It may sound like just another cartoon on Disney Channel, but trust me, a lot of future shows will try to mimic its overall feel. Not only that, but we got 4 new original movies, too. Congratulations! Disney Channel is now 30 years old. And how do they celebrate? By shutting down Cinemagic. On the bright side, Mickey Mouse has a new look and a brand new series of shorts to air between shows. And we got a new movie, too. So that's cool, I guess. I actually remember watching this when it premiered. A few years earlier, Disney bought Marvel. So they decided to make a Marvel Phineas and Ferb crossover. And after that premiere, a new show popped up. Speaking of Phineas and Ferb, it managed to dethrone the previous longest-running show. However, Disney Channel isn't really a fan of its animated content anymore, which means they now air on Disney XD full-time. They would still air on the main Disney Channel during the Disney XD-themed block. Hey, guess what? Disney Channel has a game show now! It's actually a reboot of a 1987 game show from NBC. Also, there's a new look now. And new original movies. This was the highest rated Disney Channel movie of 2014. Guess what else? Kim Possible is airing reruns again, except it only airs them on Wednesday nights. However, aside from Kim Possible and Mickey Mouse, there were absolutely zero animated shows on Disney Channel, since they were off rotting in Disney XD's closet. In 2015, we got yet another Disney Channel movie, except this time, it actually has some Disney flavor. About time. However, this movie would be the beginning of a very milked franchise. Meanwhile, Phineas and Ferb was still going strong with almost 200 episodes. Oh. It's okay, though, because we still got Gravity Falls in that. Oh. Both of these shows ended for the same reason. The protagonist's summer vacations were over. Despite that, however, Disney Channel did bring back reruns of Phineas and Ferb to their channel. And for some reason, Disney Jr. got less airtime. Here comes another new movie. This is actually Disney Channel's 100th original movie. Man, they sure have made a lot of these. Throughout 2016, Disney Channel started welcoming animated shows back into its roster, including reruns of these. Not only that, but Disney Channel also airs acquired shows again. In January 2017, Disney Channel aired 30 premiere episodes to their most popular shows. Shown here are half of them. Now, there's a new show based on 2010's Tangled. However, in 2017, a lot of shows ceased airing, likely to make room for the next chapter. On the bright side, Descendants got a sequel. Congratulations! Now Disney Channel is 35 years old. And also a bunch of shows from Disney XD started airing on the main channel from time to time. And new sitcoms have arrived. In late 2019, Disney launched the Disney Plus streaming service. An all-Disney streaming service sounded like a wonderful idea, so much so that it started shutting down Disney Channels, Disney Juniors, and Disney XDs across the globe. At least the American Disney Channel is still around. Disney Channel has decided to go commercial-free on weeknights. Bad news, now there's a global pandemic forcing everyone inside. And all the new content is being put onto Disney Plus instead. Disney Channel's future is looking very uncertain. But at least they celebrated their 40th birthday last April. Well, we've made it to the end. People still have fond memories with Disney Channel, including myself. Sorry if your favorite show or movie didn't get mentioned, it still exists anyway. Now I've done history documentaries on all 3 major kids' cable networks. I don't know if I'm going to do any more. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, toodles.